I love great conversations. Hi, my name is Angel Jones. Thank you for joining me on 12-minute convos where I help you create a brand of your own unique, real self. Listen in as I have conversations with amazing people from all over the world. Good night, Christopher Hines. How are you going on this wonderful, beautiful night?
Oh man, I'm doing well, man. I'm doing extremely well. Life is great.
Hey, well, it's a great pleasure to connect with you, my friend. Please do tell me, what part of the world are you in right now?
I'm in Seattle, Washington, and it is very, very windy. Like that dangerous wind, man.
Well, my friend, I cannot say I understand, what that looks like. Is it cold as well?
Oh yeah, it's very cold right now. I wouldn't be surprised if it started snowing soon.
Wow, isn't that intriguing? Well, hey, that email that I have in draft is always available, which is an email of Caribbean sunshine that I can send your way, yeah?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, Christopher, please do tell us which of your talents is responsible for us connecting at this time.
I would say my speaking. It's something I've been looking forward to getting into recently. I wrote my book, first book this year, Major 3, Grow to Your Goals. And I really realized after connecting with a few other people on LinkedIn and a few other connection apps that I do have the story and the talent to be a great speaker for millennials and even in the business field for recruiting and, just all around the area of millennials and young people.
That's amazing. So tell me, the inspiration for growth to your goals, is it something that you did as well? Well, let me quote the name of the book properly again. Sorry. Major Tree, Grow to Your Goals.
Yes, that's my book I wrote. Yeah, man, it's something that I did because I grew up in Compton, California. I'm 25 now, but my life has never been easy. Growing to your goals is basically a concept that I developed through in my life. I was a homeless college student. I've slept outside. I had to go days without eating. I've had to take showers in public before. And I just lived that very rough lifestyle while being in college and working and, just trying to live everyday life and really reach that next level. So the first area of grow to your goals is change your mindset. And me changing my mindset is really what helped me survive that whole homeless period. Then I changed the story. I told myself every day that this isn't where you're supposed to be. You're going through this for a reason, and the lastly is change your plan. The plan that I was doing obviously had got me in that situation. While I'm happy for it now, I mean, who wants to, be in that kind of situation, first of all, So change your mindset, change your story, change your plan.
Love it. Yeah, great stuff. It's amazing you needed to go through what you went through to learn what you learned. It's amazing as well that now you're helping people understand they don't need to go through what you went through to learn what you learned. That's pretty intriguing. So who did you learn that skill from, that skill of introspection?
Honestly, I just learned it just myself. Just my thought process has always been different. Like I said, I'm 25. I'm from Compton, California, but I've just always been different. And it kind of what led me to that situation. I just always was different. I made different decisions. Instead of selling drugs, I sold candy. I would find different ways to make money. I was never into gangs. I haven't even had too many issues with the police, quite honestly. So, just me, I've always been so different. And I always knew that my life has been destined for greatness. I just didn't understand how I would get there. But this year, when I turned 25, I kind of got more of a perspective. And that's what led me to writing the book.
That's intriguing. How did you end up on the streets, though? How did you end up homeless?
My family and I, we didn't have a great relationship. And I just always wanted to chase my dreams. And, I had goals I wanted to achieve. And I moved to San Diego to go to a college, and things didn't work out, with me and the coach and just my situation. It wasn't, it didn't go as I planned it. So I ended up going to a different school, and I had to live in my car the whole time. And, it was rough, but I figured it out.
Wow, that's intriguing. So the book unpacks that story as well?
It unpacks that story completely. The second part, Change the Story, focuses on when I went to another college. I went to university in Portland, Oregon, and I was trying to play basketball again, but I was unable to play again because of some physical issues and just a lot of problems. But it turned out to be one of the best things that happened to me in my life, because I learned that I'm so much more than just basketball. When you're growing up in the hood, they try to tell you that all you can do is play a sport or rap, and I believed it. But when basketball was taken away from me, essentially, I had to really go deeper into myself and figure out more of who I am and what I can offer. And I learned that, man, I can do so much. I just contribute so much to the world.
That's great. Why will you continue now that you've seen the value that comes from pain? Why will you continue seeking out growth?
Because I just learned that you don't grow unless you go through some pain. If you want to be comfortable and not experience pain, then you'll never grow. It's basically that simple. Me, I'm the kind of person that I like to go towards things that I'm afraid of. If it's something that I'm scared to do, I want to go and do it. Like I've played all kind of sports because I was scared to do it. I didn't like it. I've played instruments and all kind of stuff. I've had crazy jobs that just I didn't want to do. But me, I've always wanted to discover and learn more and grow more. So I think that you can't grow without that pain. So you got to kind of look forward to the pain. And once you can accept it and accept that that's how life works, you're just much better off.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like you stop calling it pain, you start calling it gain.
Exactly. I just call it experiences, man. Like it's no such thing as failure to me. It's an experience.
Yeah.
If I don't make it, I experience something. That's all.
Well, tell me one other thing that you've done, Christopher, consistently over the last 3 years.
I've been a writer consistently. Even without the book, I started doing a lot of writing and coaching. Just writing for different blogs, different websites, so many publications. And I started a lifestyle brand, The Growth of Greatness, which kind of ties into the book too. We focus on fitness, health and wellness, finances, and entrepreneurship. So we do a lot of blogs. I have a bunch of people writing with me. We even have podcasts. We sell merchandise, just a whole lifestyle brand.
How does that make you feel to see that one thing has grown to so many other things?
And man, it's just amazing. I'm honestly shocked every day when I see somebody else bought my book, and people have contacted me telling me to change their lives, and it's just amazing. But the craziest part to me is I'm not even done yet. Like I'm working on my second book. I'm about to start speaking all over the United States right now. I'm finally connecting with the right people who can get me seen by more people, and I'll be heard by a larger audience. And I got so much more to give, man. I'm not even done. I'm literally just getting started.
I love it. So suggest to someone out there that's listening, someone that may have had similar type struggles, why they should even consider doing what you've done, Christopher.
Well, I don't think you should necessarily do what I did, but I will say go towards whatever you're afraid of, because on the other side of pain is your greatness. Whatever you're scared to do right now, if it's a job, if it's a class, even if it's somebody you just want to talk to and possibly date or something, you got to go towards it. Don't run away from it, because you'll never grow until you go towards it. You got to grow to your goals. That you have to get to that next level. You have to go through something, and really that teaches you to love the process, man. I just love the research behind everything I do. Just learning more, figuring things out. I love it, and that's the growth process.
Love it. Well, amazing audience. We are live with Christopher Hines again. He is the author of Major 3, Grow to Your Goals. Also the podcast host, The Growth of Greatness. You could definitely check that out. Christopher, let's switch gears for a moment now, and let me invite you into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful, warm, blue Caribbean water. Christopher, what is your earliest childhood memory?
Oh, man, my earliest childhood memory. When I was young, I lived in Gardena, California, and when I went to school, I would see, these vending machines, and I was in middle school, and they always had the vending machines, and then, it would be a bunch of food in there and stuff, and I realized that they overpriced it. A candy bar is $1.50. Why is it so expensive? So what I decided to do was, why not start selling candy? So I got my duffel bag, took all my basketball stuff out of it. I would put that in my backpack and take some of my books out. And I would go to Smart and Final. I would go to the store basically before school and, get $25 worth of candy. But I would undersell the school's candy. So I would still sell it overpriced, but it was underselling the school price. And that's just the way I would hustle and make money. And instead of spending my allowance on video games and stuff, I was kind of running a candy business.
Wow. So why do you think this memory sticks out so clearly?
Because that's where my entrepreneurship started. And that really led me to, have the thought process that I have on everything. And now I basically turn everything I touch into, some type of side gig or hustle. I make money from all of it. Graphic design, audio editing, speaking, every podcast. We got over 20 sponsors on my network. That's where it really started for me as far as getting paid for whatever I do.
Yeah. Well, you definitely don't need me to connect those dots. Love it. Well, if we fast forward to when you were 12, what was your favorite song?
Oh, man, I can't remember. I will say when I was young, I think one of the first albums I bought was Kanye West, Graduation. I bought that album.
Yeah.
I got in trouble for buying it, but it was so worth it. Classic album, man.
Yeah, well, you definitely have graduated, right?
Right, man. I'm moving up.
But Christopher, we have now arrived at our destination. But before we get off of this time machine, there's a small declaration form. So it's yes or no, possibly a bit more. We're going to move pretty quickly here. Are you ready, Christopher?
Only yes or no's. Let's do it.
Christopher, have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
No, not yet.
Are you married?
No.
Do you have children?
Yes.
Do you believe in God?
Yes.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
Yes.
Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
No.
How about 3 hours a week?
No.
What about screen time, the phone and or the computer? Is it more than 8 or less than 8 hours a day?
I would say more than 8. It depends. More than 8 sometimes.
All right, Christopher, after 1,001 conversations in 3 months in 2016, came up with this workbook thereafter. It's called Yours. It stands for Your Own Unique Real Self. The idea is you answer questions similar to these and you connect to your mission statement, which I call your own unique real statement. Yours again. If you, Christopher, had to share with us your own unique real statement, a statement that represents who you are, what would you say that is?
Growth never stops. I believe that for me, the process of learning and becoming a better person, connecting with more people, helping more people, bringing more people value, just overall, just trying to impact the world. I just think that process, it never stops for me. Growth never stops.
Love it. Christopher Hines, again, this was a great pleasure. Before you leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
If you guys are out there on social media, definitely give me a follow on Twitter and Instagram at I'm Just Greatness, very active. I am speaking now. My target market is the millennials. Check out my website, chrishines.us, if you would like to have me at an event. And check out the lifestyle brand, growthofgreatness.com. A lot of great content there. Trust me, it's for you.
Christopher Hines, thank you for being on What is Inspired by 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being on 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones. Stay tuned for more from our advertisers.
Diabetes is a mountain pandemic. It's a disease that's not acute but chronic. Similar to this rhyming method, I have simplified the definition, the signs and symptoms, and the complications of diabetes for both adults and children in my books, Poems for Patients, A Focus on Diabetes, and The ABCs of Diabetes for Children. These books are available on Amazon.com, and for more information, you can visit my website, poemsbyaj.com. That's poemsbyaj.com.